All right. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the late night comic book read. I'm gonna just switch this merit while I still can. Perfect, yay. Reason why I do that so you guys can actually read what I'm putting on the screen. So I have another library read this evening. It is Justice League Dark, the New 52. So fun fact about Constantine, which I just heard news, I think today or yesterday, that they're doing a Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves, and they are only, I guess, starting out doing the script. So I'm just kind of like, there are very many comic books you could probably take to do a pretty juicy script regardless, right? So welcome you guys to the late night comic book read. I am your host for this evening, the Mistress Z Zatanna. I am from the DC universe. I was actually born in Arkham, not in Arkham Asylum, but very close to Arkham Asylum. So welcome everybody. I'm a little late. I meant to come on live a little bit earlier this evening, but time got away from me, as well as I had a little one of our little doggies passed away over the weekend. So this read is kind of like a way of celebrating magic and about our familiars, our companions. And so this read is dedicated to you, Moochie, my little light being in heaven. Okay, so all dogs go to heaven after all. Okay, so let's see here. Volume 3, The Death of Magic. So Justice League Dark, in case you're not familiar, is in the DC universe. It's kind of like the magical support. If you guys are any familiar with like Superman or any of that, oh, thank you, Rush 8U. Yeah, that's why I hadn't been on live. Like, I mean, the party we had on Saturday was kind of like a release for me. I was like dancing away all of my pain in regards to that. It was a really special moment. We were there when it happened, and so it was it was during a song called We Were All Made of Love, and it was just this transitory experience, and it did remind me that, like, you know, death is just another door. And I have my little dog mom, my lipstick stains on it. So I'm drinking some chamomile tea with some honey in it, so my throat is good for this evening. Oftentimes I do this read and I just like keep going and my throat's like killing me at the end of it. So I'm ready for you guys this evening. We have a really fun read tonight. Justice League Dark. So who's part of Justice League Dark? Zatanna, well, kind of. Zatanna is kind of like a lone wolf. She helps out, but Constantine, as well as, let's see, Frankenstein, Mistress Xanadu, I'm missing people, Dead Man. So I'll introduce you guys to everything. It's in the DC universe, but it's definitely the part that takes care of magic. And I really like this storyline. I've read this before. I don't think I've read it live, but I found it at the library at the right moment because I think Constantine 2 is coming out. I don't think that they'll do anything where Constantine is with Zatanna. Sad. I wish they would. They have a really interesting relationship. Hello, yes, it is Zatanna, and we're going to do some Justice League Dark tonight. I was going to do a Constantine read, but then I was reading through the comic, and I was like, this is a little graphic for TikTok, and I've been in trouble before, you guys, so I'm not going to fall down that road again. Okay. One more sip, and then we'll get started. Hey, Silas, and so everyone, Donald Croft, thank you for the follow, by the way. Kara Z, great name, Veronica, Darth Blader. Thank you again, Rashid, you, for the condolences for my little fur baby. I mean, he was my father-in-law's pup, but he was kind of like ours too, right? Because we were very close. We are reading Justice League Dark, the Volume 3, The Death of Magic. So good news, it has a conclusion to it. Sometimes we do reads here where it kind of like ends on a cliffhanger. And that kind of thing. What gave Owens? I don't know. All right, guys, let's keep going. Well, let's just start the read. Let's get right into it. I'm very late. I've been all over the place just because we had some family stuff to deal with in terms of our my father-in-law's companion and fur baby familiar passing away on Friday night in my husband's arms, and it was a very dramatic and it was just one of those experiences where you have to be strong enough to be able to withstand the pain and the hurt so that you can ease a transition into the next realm. And so I thought that tonight's read of Justice League Dark would be a good one to, how should I put this, to weave into tonight's read. So I have been working on doing a proper schedule for you guys so you know when to catch my reads, and so it's not so sporadic and all over the place. So I have that almost ready for March completely, and so on there you can see when I know Unorthodox. It's sad, right? It's been, my hubby's been really like, we meant to go live again like earlier to do a DJ set, but like just wasn't feeling it right away. And it's just one of those things where you can kind of feel okay for a bit and then you're like, oh no. And I do feel like grief in whatever mode it is, there's no right way to grieve, right? And so there's no time, like there's no way of knowing when time, and time doesn't necessarily heal all wounds just from someone who's lost very deeply. It just kind of like numbs out, and then sometimes you'll hear a song that reminds you of that person or that beloved animal that you used to have in your life, and you just like start crying all over again. And I'm an easy cry. So don't mind me if I do that tonight, but I probably won't. I do think that my Moochie's in a better place. He was about 18, 19 years old, so he lived a full, beautiful life, and I definitely feel his spirit on the other end, where all of the ones that we love go and help to protect us in this realm, right? And I think it's important for us to dream about them and keep their memories alive, because that's how they remain immortal, right? That which is remembered lives forever, right? So let's all remember. Okay, hey Conjura, perfect. You guys know exactly who I am. I need no introduction. So, in case you aren't familiar with Mistress Zatanna, has she been done live action? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And let me bring my bow tie. There we go, this way so you can see it. It makes the outfit the bow tie, because Zatanna in the DC universe is actually also a stage illusionist. So she's very attuned to the drama. So she does magic and real magic. Yeah, I think only animated, and she's in, I think she shows up in, you'd think she'd be in Teen Titans, right? Maybe, because she, like, resides in Gotham. I won't get into her whole lore, other than to say that her creator is actually the same creator as Batgirl. Kind of cool. Well, one of the creators, because it's usually multiple people who create characters for comic books, right? People who create the story, and those who, like, draw out the character. And, she was young Justice. Thank you, Conjura. That was I didn't know that the JLU that she was in it, but those are all both animated. There's Tish. There's no timeline, no checklist, no right or wrong, just grief. Just 100% Tish. And you know what? It can be like 10 years, and you just remember something, and you'll just like cry for about like an hour. And you know what? You're totally right. There's no right or wrong way to grieve, right? And everyone does it in different ways, right? And I think what's important is to just give the space for each individual to do that in the way that they want, right? And I feel sometimes on social media there can be this like pressure to like be like, hey, this is happening. I didn't feel that this time, which is kind of, I think, Mooch's gift to me, that like I'm going to tell his story as part of like our story, and this idea that we learn so much from the smallest of us, the ones who are weak and require gentleness and kindness and patience. And those are lessons that Mooch and taking care of like elders has done. I still get blindsided by, oh my goodness, Tish, trusty. It's also too, I will say, like, the astrology, we are in Pisces season right now, and there is this, I know a lot of people like to say, oh, there's a portal opening. I'm like, okay, well, what is a portal, right? In my definition of a portal, there has been a cosmic portal. So I almost kind of like Mooch and a few other people. I feel like I've known of a few other people who have passed over this last weekend, and so I do feel like there's like this level of consciousness changing, and so those are called to other the higher realm or the other dimension or whatever you want to believe or call it. That will happen sometimes, and we just have to realize that there's more to us than the body, right? So much more. Okay, with that, we're gonna go join our Justice League Dark friends, because they do deal with a lot of the etheric realm, and I really love this story because it resonates with me and how I view this realm. Now, oh, hey, little Nate. Love you guys back. Love you back. So, you guys may agree with me or not agree with me, but this is just my perspective. I had a near-death experience when I was 3 years old, when I was in the Philippines with my mom. My mom's Filipino. My dad is South African. So I'm like this very unique blend of like backgrounds, and I grew up in the prairies in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So I grew up with kind of like this identity crisis where I wasn't South African, I wasn't Filipino, I wasn't Canadian, I'm just like me. And then when my sister was born, I was like so happy. I'm like, oh good, someone else. And we used to play in a way that I feel like was like highly imaginative, and I think it was because we grew up in the 90s, and so we had pretty epic toys back then, right? And so we would build these whole worlds for our toys. I would create this whole like character sheet profile for each one, that kind of thing. And every time we would play with our toys, it was like an episode of something. Like we were playing out a story, and like we had these like big overarching story arcs and things like that. So it was that, like, and I look at my own dreams in the same way. I don't know if you guys have ever had this, where your dreams are episodic, where like you go to bed and like something plays out, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, well, that was crazy. And then you go and hopefully tell someone about it, and then sleep. And they're like, wait, this is now continuing off from where I like left off. So I don't know if you've ever had that, but I've had that sometimes when it comes to episodic stuff. And recently I had dreams that kind of almost continued off, or like reminded me of my near-death experience when I was 3. And what it kind of brought up was this idea of magic on this realm, right? Tishbacks, I am technically an elder. I appreciate your perspective. Oh yes, I think I'm technically coming into being an elder, and I'm like so excited, you know, because like in you think about the trilogy, the Trinity, the thing, that kind of perspective where you have like the maiden, and then the woman, mature woman, and then the crone, right? And so I feel like our society doesn't do a great job to kind of like transition women into being a crone and owning the power of what it means to be a crone. Oh, and Mistress Xanadu is actually a great character to embody that, right? Because I am turning 40 this year, you guys. On April 24th, I'm turning 40 years old. So there's a big event happening with Venus at that same time as well. And so it's taken freaking 20 years for me to come back around and be like, yeah, I know exactly who I am. And I'm probably going back to Winnipeg. Yes, I was born in Winnipeg, right? And so I want to have I probably won't be able to have my 40th official birthday bash there, but I am going to try to plan something really special for solstice. And so hopefully if you guys are around, if you want to come down to Winnipeg, I want to have a really big, fun, nerdy event where we all can cosplay as ourselves, as our highest selves, and like really have fun with a lot of what it means to have like imaginative thinking even as an adult, because we so forget about what it was like when we were a kid and you like really believe that you could like do something, right? Something really special. Or when you used to talk to trees or animals, or oh, Winnipeg is cold, you know, that's where warriors are born. I used to go clubbing out in like minus 30-degree weather, and we were all broke, so we left all our coats in the car. We're like, I don't want to pay for coat check. So Milk the Bee, I've stayed true this whole time. Oh, thanks for that, Miss. Oh, yes. Forza, great name. I love those soundtracks in Forza the game. It's been a while. Yes, it's been a while since I've been this late, and I've been trying to like put together a schedule because, to be honest with you guys, I can't be up this late every night with you guys. I'm turning 40. As a result, I am not 18 or 19. When I was 19, you guys, I was bartending, I was go-go dancing, I was going to university, and I was on dance team and cheerleading. I did a million things and like never slept. So I've realized now how important sleep is. You need time to dream and all that kind of stuff. You may be surprised by how much happens in the next 20 years. Oh, Tish, I bet. I was a go-go dancer, and I still am a go-go dancer. I dance for my husband now, and dancing for me has been so therapeutic. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have an ability. Like, I mean, I work out as well, but dance is a different thing, right? Because music is music has been like saved my life. You know, when you hear like the right song, you're going through like your heart breaking into like a million pieces, and like Mariah Carey back in the day, I loved her. What a beautiful woman. It's like, what happened to you, Mariah? Such a voice. But her song, Always Be My Baby, was like my favorite song. And I rewatched the music video the other day. I started crying because the music video is like about a bunch of friends going on like a camping trip. And you're like young love and kissing and like, you know, it's just like, you'll always be my baby, no matter what. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get into the read. I can't be here all night because I do have to get some edits and stuff out tomorrow. I do have my other podcast, which I'm like organizing properly, which is the Truth, Beauty, Freedom, and Love Show, which is inspired by Moulin Rouge and this idea of the Bohemian Revolution. And this idea of creativity and art being of value in a society. And we're starting to hit this whole perspective right now where, you know, the rise of technology and AI. And I'm like, you know, I'm not against tech, right? But like, why don't we use tech to like have people walk again? Like, for example, like Batgirl, the reason why she's able to walk again after the events of the Killing Joke, which paralyzes her, is because of a neural implant that Lex Luthor gives her. So if a neural implant can do that, awesome. But if a neural implant is just giving more data to the Borg, no. So it's us having discernment when it comes to tech. And the same thing goes with magic, right? These things are agnostic. It depends on the person who is wielding them, right? So let's just get right into it. Justice League Dark. For those of us who are not afraid of the darkness and know how to know that to stand against it, you need to know what you're dealing with, right? Okay, so I'm gonna skip this preamble. No, I need to read it. Sorry guys, it's gonna be boring. I'm trying to make it sound interesting. So we are basically, what is this? I don't know what that is. It's like, I feel like it's somewhere in Russia. Okay. And Necro and Faust are going right to our underground metahuman holding facility in Arizona until we figure out what the hell to do with them. Dr. Mist is going back to Washington for questioning. Who knows what other Argus being Advanced Research Group Uniting Superhumans, all these acronyms, what the heck. Also note, in DC Universe, they say metahumans instead of superheroes or soups. Copyright things, I believe. Oh, thanks, Super Mario. I've gotten better at reading the comic books so I don't end up stumbling over the words. Because you guys, when you actually read some of these comic book words out loud as opposed to in your head, it's a whole different experience. You have to learn how to like, and you know, like when Doctor Strange like yells out runes and stuff, I'm like, how am I supposed to say that? And I have tea with honey right now. So Zatanna is my favorite DC female superhero. Oh my gosh. Super Mario 64. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you say that. I would love, she does deserve a movie. She has her own title cards too, right? So, and she's very powerful and she does her own thing. Like, and as I said, you guys, like Superman, the Justice League depends on her for like magic stuff. And also her relationship with Constantine. I think there's a great opportunity in Constantine too to introduce Zatanna. Just saying. What is my favorite comic? Oh my goodness. Wielding and accessing are different things. I choose to access my power. Oh, are you a word witch, Tish? I love that. The nuance in what you are saying and your intentions and exactly specifically what you're saying is what matters. And the Zatanna is cool, right? Because she speaks in reverse. Hopefully I can do it justice, practicing my reverse speaking. Oh, thanks, Kimberly. But for all of you, a big thing I've realized is like just be aware of like how you say things, even I've been called worse. No way. Actually, that's a compliment, my love, because it's this idea that your words have power and being aware of like, there is a difference between accessing and wielding, right? There's this level of, I was reading something where when it comes to duality, this idea of when you are the power and then wielding the power, which is why sometimes you need to, yeah, okay, good. Okay, let's just continue. Hi, Kimberly, how's it going? Okay, we're reading Justice League Dark. I'm Zatanna, your host for this evening. Let's get into it so we can actually get the story into our consciousness. Okay, so I don't care what you do with them, Trevor. Oh, his name's Trevor. You already know he's annoying. I'm sorry to Trevors out there. I just feel like that's a thing that happens in movies and shows. It's not Necro and his bloody flunkies I'm worried about. It's Zatanna and Tim Hunter. We need to figure out where they went. Because remember, this is volume 3, so a bunch of stuff happened before, so they're basically framing what's happened thus far. The fact that Zatanna and Tim Hunter, I believe he's a magician, they're trapped in some other dimension. They don't know where they are. We need to figure out where they went. I tried to get Cyborg in on this one, but he's off doing God knows what with the Justice League. What's the matter, Stevie? Not in the big kids club anymore? I noticed the bruises. Wonder Woman catch you wearing her knickers again? I am not in the mood, Constantine. That's what I love about Constantine, right? The Justice League, he likes to rag on the soups, you know, which is why I feel like you should have a Constantine with the Justice League. That would save DC Universe. Okay. I'm not in the mood, Constantine. Yeah. So who'd you bring us then? You've got Dr. John Peril. He's our expert in paranormal science and the areas where magic and technology blend together. Ooh, fascinating. If anyone can track down Zatanna and the boy, it will be him. Colonel Trevor, Mr. Constantine, I must admit, despite the rather dire circumstances surrounding the phenomenon, I'm excited to see these machines. Wolf and Jack, why does a fast way I can burn belly fat and lose weight without muscle? Oh my gosh, I went to the sauna the other day and my girlfriend was like, oh my gosh, your biceps look amazing. I'm like, you mean like Sarah Connor amazing? Because Sarah Connor has been my like inspiration for like my arms for forever. I haven't seen you in a while, Wolf and Jack, by the way. And a fast way you can burn belly fat and lose weight without muscle is doing interval, like intense cardio. Have you heard of Tabata at all? Maybe we'll do Tabata tomorrow. Tuesday Tabata, sometime in the middle of the day. We can like work out together. But basically, any kind of intense interval training will target belly fat, right? So depending on what you want to do, you could do like squats for like 20 seconds, take a break for 10 seconds, squats again for 20 seconds, take a break for 10, flip it, and then go like push-ups for 20 seconds. So any of these timed intervals where you're going super intense and then taking a break and super intense, that mimics weight training, right? And you're basically then training your muscles, your anaerobic muscles, to stimulate not burning your muscle, right? Because that's a big thing if you do like long-winded cardio. And I used to train a lot of people who are runners, right? And that used to be annoying because like when you're running, you're actually like training your body to be better at not taking off fat, right? Especially if you're running for long periods of time, because you're always like, oh, I'm going to become more efficient at holding on to all of this stuff, right? And you end up just like burning off all your muscle because muscle is more expensive for your body to hold on to. Okay, and also the ladies of the comic books, they were all the big inspiration behind me working out, because I thought to myself, you know, if I were to like have a body of a superhero, perhaps I would download that essence into me. I think it's kind of worked a little bit. I'll share with you guys what I mean soon. Okay. Careful, Peril. Those books have a nasty habit of going off and frying people. Remember, books and magic, I find that in like magic stories, books are like actual like tools of things. I'm not explaining that right, but just note that books are powerful. Those books have a nasty habit of going off and frying people, says Dead Man. Not this time, dead man. The booby trap that attacked Faust and Necro before Tim Hunter opened those books of magic appears to be disabled. So you can see the books right there, right? Look, I thought those were pizza boxes at first, but no, they're magic books. But who's to say? Pizza's also magic. Ironic, isn't it, Mr. Constantine? Mystics like you have spent centuries hunting for these magical artifacts, yet they contain nothing that is even remotely magical. This is pure science, but there doesn't seem to be any detectable power source. And so I can only conclude that it was young Mr. Hunter's magic that fueled this. Can you at least track Z and Tim? Find out where those bloody things sent them. That's my non-Liverpool accent, apologies. I'm afraid you don't understand. This tech is way beyond anything I've ever encountered. It may take me years to figure this out. Oh my gosh, no one has years. Are you kidding me? And so nearby, you have, so on Justice League Dark, you have a cornucopia of different personalities. So you have Frankenstein, and I guess we'll kind of see the rest of the crew here. Nearby, God, this is so boring. I need to get back to NILAA soon. I hope she's saying like an acronym and that's not an actual place. Hey, no big words, please. And hey, AN Entertainment, AI Entertainment? Oh, yes. Hello. Okay, let's continue. Oh, my goodness. But he's saying this is like big tech. So the books are apparently not magic books. They're tech books. What an interesting concept, right? The things that like, seem like tech are in fact magic or vice versa. Okay. I need to get back to NILAA soon, Black Orchid. Constantine better keep his promise. He said he'd give me that portal crystal that can send me back as soon as we defeated Necro. You don't know Constantine very well, do you, Amethyst? You two should enjoy these moments of peace. For what can war, but endless war, still breed? Oh yeah, Frankenstein's a poet, so I should do that properly. Sorry, man. You two should enjoy these moments of peace. For what can war, but endless war, still breed? Indeed, Frankenstein. Whatever, Frankenstein. I'm going to have a better look inside the House of Mystery. The way Constantine speaks about it, I bet it's just full of cool crap. Cool. I'm coming with you. Maybe we'll find that portal gemstone. I do not think that is wise, my ladies. There is great evil in this old wood. Hey, John Ross. Happy birthday. How's it going? Oh, hey, Philip. How's it going? Welcome to the late night read. I know it's been a little while since I've done one of these, and I'm so happy to join you guys with Justice League Dark. Oh, yes. It's kind of fun because it's like Constantine's trying to find Zatanna, me, in another dimension with Tim. And, okay, let's see here. Keep going. Okay. Woohoo! It's just full of cool crap. Cool, I'm coming with you, and maybe we'll find that gemstone. So Frankenstein is like... I miss what you were saying, Tish. Joking? Okay. I'm going to try to just pay attention to the read. You guys are good. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. I hope you guys are doing well, though. Okay. Cool, I'm coming with you and maybe we'll find that gemstone. I do not think that is wise, miladies. There is great evil in this old wood. Oh, yeah, Philip, have a good night. I'm on pretty late tonight. I was supposed to be on maybe 2 hours ago before I just started. But I'll be back on tomorrow evening, not quite so late. And then the next time will be like a midnight read on Wednesday. And stay tuned for which characters will be that and what reads they will build. And I actually have my full schedule for March ready. And that will be out soon. So, oh, no worries. Oh, thanks, Tish. Oh, it's, you know what? This is all about an ode as well to my teachers back in the day who used to do such a great job reading. And I used to love, like, they would even read comic books, right? Because I wish they actually taught comic books in school. When I was in university, I took English literature and psychology. And so the way I look at, like, comic books is kind of like with that lens as well. Oh, yay. Good, good, good. Okay, let's continue on, friends. Justice League Dark, Zatanna, we got to find them. So, I don't know Amethyst. I'm not familiar with this character, but we've got Black Orchid as well. So these two ladies, they're waiting for Constantine, and they're like, whatever, we're just going to check in the scary old house. It looks like a haunted house. I don't know. So exactly. Don't tell me you're chicken. Famous last words, lady. Why are you still hanging around anyway, Frank? I would have thought as an agent of SHADE. Oh my gosh, what's up with the acronyms? So SHADE is Superhuman Advanced Defense Executive, just in case you didn't know. Hell, Andrew Bennett took off about 30 seconds after the fighting ended. I always see a mission through, Black Orchid. I feel as though I cannot, in good conscience, abandon you all until we find Zatanna and Timothy Hunter. I've heard you are a good egg, Frank. Good to know some rumors are true. Yeah, Frankenstein would be a good egg, I think. Well, what do you guys think? This room looks as good as any. After you, Amethyst, let's see what kind of ghosts haunt this old house. Just call me Amy. That's my real name. Well, my real name. Sorry. That's my name. My real name, that is. Amethyst is the name of my family's house. Amy Amethyst. Very comic book name. Oh, just an old bedroom. Be careful, my friends. Something is not right here. I'll tell you what's not right. This place hasn't been cleaned in about a decade. I think old Walls... What is this? Old Nall's been slacking in his butler duties. Gasp! So Amethyst looks in the mirror and she sees this like skeleton face looking back at her. So she gasps. What is it? You two, we're skeletons. Calm down, child. We are fine. Yeah, don't get spooked. This place is probably just full of old parlor tricks. Ka-chee-chee. These are no parlor tricks, m'ladies. Orchid, chee, ha! And then like these like skeletons come out and start to attack them. Thanks, Frank. Chee, foom. Why are they making that awful sound? Chee. I don't care. Let's just get the hell out of here. They keep coming and coming. Chee. Oh, that would be creepy. There's like the skeletons coming after you. You know what? You can make that look super creepy in stop motion animation, right? Ugh. So they're fighting back against the skeletons who are all falling apart, but I feel like these things would probably try to come back together. I get the hunch. I don't care. Let's just get the hell out of here. They keep coming and coming. Chee, chee. This way. I'll cover you. I'm not going to argue. Let's move. Chee, chee. What the hell? This isn't the hallway that we came through. It appears as though the haunted architecture of this old house is in flux. Moving as we do. It's kind of like The Shining, you know, if you've watched Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, the way the house is mapped, it's meant to be like superfluous. It's not standard. Like what's meant to be on the right is not on the right, and how it's filmed is just to give this sense of disorientation in the haunted house, right? Wonderful. So who are these people? Speaking of ballrooms, beats the hell out of me. As long as they're not creepy, killer skeletons, I'm happy. Well, they don't seem too concerned with us, though. Well, it's almost midnight, and that means it's almost time for us to take our masks off. It's been a wonderful party, and we do have a special surprise for you all. Our guests of honor have arrived. What? Uh-oh, creepy guys with masks, not to be trusted. Hello yourself, beautiful. We are so glad you could make it. See, we're about to take off our masks and enjoy a lovely meal. And wouldn't you know it, gang, you're the main course. Ew, disgusting. It's like gross bug creature things underneath. Buzz. Says Frankenstein. I told you we never should have come into this cursed place. Okay, you were right. I suggest we make our retreat. There's another door this way. Stay close. If we are to escape this unholy labyrinth, we'll need to stick together. Yes, don't do the things in horror movies like, let's split up. Don't do that. Don't split up. Okay. We appear to have stumbled upon an old sculpture gallery. Oh boy, here we go. What are you doing? You just know these things are going to come alive and attack us in like 5 seconds. Thumb. And she's right. It's like we're extras in a bunch of bad horror movies. Well, you wanted excitement, child. Here it is. Let's just keep moving. There has to be a way out. I concur. The house is only so big. This way. I never thought I would say this, but I'm really missing Nilla right now. Outside the house. What do you mean? Years, says Constantine. You better be bloody kidding, mate. We don't have years. Mr. Constantine, I understand your frustration, but the fact remains that I've never seen anything like this technology. Bollocks, you're supposed to be the expert. If you can't do it, then we need to call someone else who can. We might as well have Madame Xanadu read her bloody tarot cards and tell us what'll happen a bloody year from now. I can't crack the machines themselves, but maybe I can replicate or recreate the effect that triggered them. What do you mean? Yeah, Doc. Spell it out for the slow kids, please. Well, perhaps I should try the ecto-displacement method to create a template or map of Timothy Hunter's distinct magical signature. If we had that, we might be able to channel those energies into it and trick the machines into thinking he's activating them again. Getting Zatanna and Hunter back is our top priority. Whatever you need to do to make it happen, Peril, do it. Every Argus resource is at your disposal. Really? And by every resource. Do you mean every resource? Well, what are you thinking? I've only been able to successfully pull off the ecto-displacement once before, with the help of Dr. Mist's magical absorption power. No way. Mist is under lock and key. He's a traitor and way too dangerous to be set free again. Come on, Trevor. Surely you can keep him on a leash. Hell, dead men can possess him for God's sake. Sure, I can keep him in line. Get Peril's ecto what's it to work, then walk him back into the clink. Bingo, bango. Fine, let's do this. But if Mist gets loose, I'll have your head, dead man. Aye, aye, Captain. So, let's go get Mist. I don't know who Mist is. I feel like Mist is like a bad-ish person. It's kind of like Suicide Squad in a weird way, like where it's like, these are not traditional heroes. Somewhere in the House of Mystery. Heads up, kids. Who knows what's waiting for us in here? Seems to be empty unless the books are going to come alive and paper cut us to death. And I really hope I didn't just jinx us by saying that. I think we're safe here. Did you read this comment, Potato? Oh, yay, good. Don't ruin the ending. Just saying. Safe, maybe. But how do we get out of here? Well, we can just go back through the... Hey, the door's gone. Ooh, I know. There must be a secret passageway behind one of the shelves. There's always a secret passage behind bookshelves in haunted houses. Right? Thanks, Potato. Now, we must need to figure out which book unlocks it. This could take all day. Oh my gosh. Well, I wonder if they have a poetry section. Come on, stay on point, Frank. Guys, look, this story, it's about bug people from the ballroom. Fascinating. There are thousands of them. If each of these stories could be a room in the house, well, screw this. Zoom. Found your secret passageway. Let's get the hell out of this place. We need to split up and check these rooms quickly. Don't go inside any of them. We'll just get more lost. Just peek in from the corridor. One of them has to lead downstairs. I don't like that idea, Orchid, even so. Like, just walk in the hallway and peek? What if something inside the room grabs you? Okay. Hungry. Hungry, dearie? Dinner's almost ready. Ew, gross. Not this one, guys. Help me. Frank said, like, maybe not this room either. And then Black Orchid looks in one room and she says, this one looks... That son of a... And, what is this? Black Orchid. There looks like to be a bunch of files on different superheroes, right? We've got Superman and, doesn't know who Batman is, stuff on the Justice League, Father Time, Frankenstein, Adam 1, is he the big M? So it's got a bunch of cool, like, clippings of magic people. And so she sees one on herself. Project Ascension, subject 28. Project Ascension, that sounds sketchy. There you are. I think we found a way back downstairs. How about you? Anything interesting? A few things, yeah. That. You can't see anything, Xanadu? No sign of them? No, nothing. It's as if I am blind to them. This is all my fault. I did what I always do. I gambled with the lives of my friends. And now Z is gone, and the poor kid. I promised him that he'd be okay. But if I hadn't involved Timothy, well, let's just say we are both complicit in their fates. Fate is not something any of us can control, Madame Xanadu. Not even you. The Phantom Stranger. I don't know who this guy is. Even though I've read this before, I can't really remember that. That is but one of my names, John Constantine. Brilliant. So what's the score, mate? Come to lend a hand? Don't suppose you know where Zatanna and the kid have gotten off to. I know, but I cannot help you find the world you seek, for it is closed to me as well. Well, that's a lot of no help, strange man from another place. But there is another matter of great importance. This world will soon be in extreme danger. Aha! Rather ominous, Chief. What say you come clean with it? What's brewing? I know you wouldn't pop up unless something big was coming. But he's always like, but I'm going to tell you something, but I'm going to give you ominous foreshadowing about it. Something big indeed. War is coming among the three, Constantine. And it is time that you picked a side. Constantine doesn't like to pick sides, right? Death of Magic, Part 1. Up is down. Incursion anomaly detected in Sector 13 of the wild area and recorded at 14:22 hours on the 13th day of the 10th month. Special signature of the anomaly indicates the unauthorized discharge of disordered energies to affect spatial relocation of living beings. Teleportation is a Class B offense, carrying a mandatory penalty of solitary confinement for no less than 6 years. First grade network enforcer Vicar dispatched to investigate. Coordinates of the anomaly have been transferred to Officers Vicar's suite. Estimated time to intercept is 4 minutes. Network, establish uplink. We read you, Officer Vicar. Our data indicate weapons and navigation assist are online and functioning at full capacity. Crack. Strength and precision. Strength and precision, officer. Let's extend the epoch's welcoming hand. Elsewhere in the wild area. What happened, Zatanna? Last I remember, I was opening the bloody books of magic. Where the heck are we? Tim, it's all right. It just feels like we've been teleported somewhere. Just give me a couple seconds to see if my backwards magic can send us home. It's not all right. I gave up my magic because I didn't want any of this anymore. I just want to live like a normal person. And what were those machines inside of the books? When I opened them, I heard them call me the Master Hunter. Oh, Tim, I'm so sorry about all of this. Hunter, Zoom. Hunter, here. Tsiang Ezeref ni Ekap. That's my Zatanna reverse spell. Get Hunter. Sena Era Inog. Did you see that? Ha, Tim? Can you feel this place? It's like the whole place is overflowing with magic. Wild magic. I'm so powerful, Tim. You have to try this. It's like going from this realm where like magic is super locked down to being somewhere where magic is free flowing and easily accessible. Like a wellspring. Did you just kill those things? No, I just sent them away. You seriously have to feel this. I don't want to. I'm sorry, Tim. This must be so jarring for you. I didn't think. Let's just try to figure out where the hell we are. Attention! Stand where you are and put your hands over your heads. Do not attempt to resist. Look, I don't want to hurt you. We don't want any trouble. We just want to figure out what happened to us. We were in Nanda Parbat and then... Quiet, witch. I will not let you infect me with your incantations and lies. Surrender now. I warned you. Driu Yog Og Awa. And Shirak. Thung. Let me see, what would that be? Weird guy, go away. Good spell, Zatanna. Officer Vicar, network is reading energy output far in excess of previous recordings. Can you divert defensive suit systems to capture a sample for future reference? Negative. The readings are intensifying, going off the scale. Because I guess these like enforcer guys are meant to come around and just like try to like clamp down on like the use of magic. So he's not able to grab a sample for his higher ups, right? Oh, Ariel. Maybe another time. Leps et regnort. Stop. You'll kill him. And then we flash back to Constantine, who's wondering where Zatanna and Tim Hunter are. A bit much in it. I don't think so, Mr. Constantine. This is alien technology we're talking about. Magic and science enmeshed. Oh my gosh, that's a weird way to put it. I'm going to say intertwined. Disguised as mystical books, no less. Who knows what these books are actually capable of? Oh, thanks, Mike Santas. Welcome to the team. I do have some subscriber-only reads coming up, you guys. So stay tuned for those as well. Not today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, but those will all be in the schedule for March. I have them like set and stuff. We do have a Green Lantern comic book read of the War of Light coming up for the March full moon, which is midnight of like March 14th to March 15th. So mark that on your calendars. It's actually in my schedule already. That's like the one thing I have there, and I'm so ready for it. I'm so excited. I love the War of Light. I only read it recently. So, okay, let's continue on. Okay. Magic and science enmeshed, disguised as mystical books, no less. Who knows what those books are capable of? Nothing, mate. These so-called books of magic are disposable. Use once and discard. We were tricked. Look, I know you're disappointed, but listen, Dr. Peril, stop flapping your gums and figure out how to trigger these bloody books. Or is your science just as useless as our old mystical muddle? Oh, I have a working theory. I don't suppose you have a sample of the boy's blood on hand, do you? Let me check my pockets for that. Well, I wouldn't put it past you. Hey, can you set up that here without the shielding? I was very specific in my instructions. Hey, Dr. Peril, John, forget the damn shielding for a minute. Those books have taken Zatanna and young Timothy Hunter and sent them God knows where. We need to find them, to rescue them. So tell me, why would we need the boy's bloody blood? Of course, I'm sorry. In the world of magic, when only one person can unlock a device, we call it destiny or prophecy. Fate has selected them. Science and magic are not enemies, Mr. Constantine. I do believe in serendipity. I've discovered that a distinctly shaped 23,000 variable encryption key locks the books. There are 23,000 protein coding genes in the human genome. The boy's magical signature provides the shape we seek, but I believe the key is in his DNA. Oh, how interesting. A key in the DNA because of the DNA sequence and the 23 formation, and opens up a book that's not really a book, it's a technology. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of tells in here and I love it. And Constantine's like, I don't quite get it. What about a close relative? Would that do the trick? Hey, it's worth a shot. All right, I'll be right back. So gather everybody and be ready to trigger those bloody books. Now, in the wild area, we're flashing back to where myself, Zatanna, is with the boy that they're seeking, right? Tim Hunter. He's special though, right? Unauthorized discharge of disordered energies to affect intense concussive blast, persisting atmospheric disturbance resulting. Ooh. Weapons-grade energy release in the course of resisting network arrest is a Class A offense carrying a mandatory penalty, death. Discharge of disordered energies resulting in harmful weather pattern shift is a Class A offense carrying a mandatory penalty, death. Zatanna, stop, Brock. Shot me. Oh no, get us out of here. And then the plants start to grow on them, and she's like, what the hell? Defensive suit, rebooting. Network, both illegals have been taken underground. Sensors have lost them. It's like they just disappeared. I suspect wood nymphs or some such. Impossible. Locate targets and re-engage immediately. I think I'll need an upgrade first. Easy there. We mean you no harm. The science men cannot see us down here. You are safe and among friends. Is it true? Are you him? We have been waiting for so long. We? And then it says, Hunter, Hunter, Hunter. So all the magical beings in this place recognize the boy, right? And fairies and different wood nymphs and stuff. They're all like, well, Hunter, it's you. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Nanda Parbat. All right. I've got Tim's dad, so let's get going. John, where is he? You said Tim was here. Then that monster attacked us and... Yeah, I said a lot of things, Jack. Fact is, your lad Tim is in another dimension, we think, and without you, we can't get him back. Right. We're ready for you, Dr. Mist. I mean, dead man. About time, too. I don't want to hang around in this traitor's body any longer than I need to. If you'll just roll up your sleeve, Mr. Hunter. Hey, Doug. How's it going? Let me see here. I'm reading Constantine. Well, not Constantine. I was going to be reading Constantine as Zatanna, but as of now, I'm reading Justice League Dark, right? I don't know how far I'm going to get. We'll see. I'll keep trekking through because I want to get this story out because it already has some juicy bits, like, the DNA code being like the reason why you're able to like open up the book of magic, right? Or the magic being technology and this like infusion of those practices, right? Okay. If you'll just roll up your sleeve, Mr. Hunter, this will find my son. I believe it's the best chance that we've got. What are we expecting on the other side, Constantine? Your guess is as good as mine, Black Orchid. Expect the worst, and you're never disappointed. Yeah, great. I guess advice to live by, Constantine. Who knows? All right, now, let's see what we can do. All right, now, let's see what we can see. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's magic it up. Okay, Tim's magic signature shouldn't be too tough. Misty here picked up a bit of an echo earlier. I have to warn you, Constantine, I'm not sure how long I can keep the portal open, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to open it again if it closes. Constantine's like, oh my gosh, typical. Then I suppose we'll have to be quick, right, Frankenstein? I do not make a habit of dilly-dallying, Constantine. So Frankenstein, when he talks, he's got like that fun script, that fancy fairy script going on. I do not like this, John. I could not see our future in the tarot cards. Well, what do you have to worry about, Xanadu? You're immortal. Fret more for us, mere mortals. I'd like to live to see old age, love. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are sweet. So I'm playing as Constantine tonight, reading Justice League Dark. I've been a little bit all over the place, schedule-wise. I apologize. I do have my lipstick stains on my dog mom cup. So I was basically doing this read as a way to kind of talk about how Constantine and magic interplays in the DC universe. And when you think about stories that are fantastical in nature, all of that kind of stuff, there usually is a beautiful little nugget of truth in there for you, right? So this whole concept of your genetic code is being a way of opening up something, having keys within you. I need to be up though. I'm going until about close to 3 a.m. tonight just because it's the magic hour, 3, right? And my numerology number is actually 33 and then it ends up being 6. Kind of funny, right? Thanks, Doug. These are my Dune eyes. These are my spice eyes. I don't always have these eyes. Each of my characters have their own persona. And fun fact about Zatanna, I found out about her, ironically enough, doing research on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Because Zatanna's great-great-great-grandfather is supposed to be Leonardo da Vinci. So this concept of all of that, what magic is, technology, the infusion of all that, is kind of wrapped up in her character, and I love it. All right, let's continue along, my friends. We'll go for about maybe a couple more minutes. And I know, Dandy, when he meant it is late. But you know what? I gotta go with what the vibe tells me. Sometimes I usually do the late night reads every once in a while. I've realized I can't do them too many nights in a row, or my body's circadian rhythm is no. Okay. So they're basically telling Constantine, we're going to open up this portal so you can find Zatanna and her friend, Tim Hunter, who's got some magical capabilities as well, because they're in this other dimension. But they're saying, it's a one-way trip. Well, it may be a one-way trip. There's no guarantee that they can open the portal. And Constantine's okay, well, typical. Then I suppose we'll have to be quick, right, Frankenstein? And then I do not make a habit of dilly-dallying, Constantine. Okay, right. I do not like this, John. I could not see our future in my tarot cards. What do you have to worry about, Xanadu? You are immortal. Fret more for us mere mortals. I'd like to live to see old age, love. Shaboom. I am estimating roughly a 48-hour window, give or take an hour. I wish I could be more precise, adding DNA input now. We have transit. It works. It works. Yay. Amazing. Hey, thanks, Brittany. Oh. And then they've teleported. They've gone through the portal. And they're in that wildwood forest that Zatanna and Tim Hunter were just in before they were like pulled into the ground and taken by the magical creatures who seem to know who Tim is. I do not enjoy extra-dimensional travel. You have a real way with words, don't you, Francis? And your tongue is poison, so I suggest you keep it in that filthy mouth of yours, lest I become tempted to cut it off. Guys? Where do those bloody things send us, anyways? Okay, you can take a break. And when you come back to the read, you should be able to get caught up. It's like a dream, right? You know, when you jump into the middle of a show, or like you watch a show and you jump in like episode 7, and so you kind of have to like figure out what's been going on before then. I like doing that too. I like jumping into books sometimes, like book 2, and like. Yes, let's continue on. This is book 3. Like we're just like jumping to the end kind of situation. Yeah, so where did those bloody things send us anyways? Guys, says Deadman. Deadman, quiet, Brand. I am thinking. No! Xanadu, Constantine. So Mr. Xanadu is like immortal. She's starting to age for some reason. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm old. What is this place? And what is it doing to me? So Xanadu, who like Constantine before they were going there, is like, oh, you're immortal. She's now aging like crazy. And then Black Orchid is turning into some beast, like Orchid. Help! Orchid! I think I am all right, but different. It hurts, but not too much. You've become this big purple monster, Orchid. What hell have you brought us to, Constantine? I have no idea, and I'm afraid. Wait, I didn't want to admit that. I'm really terrified and I can't hide it. I don't think I can lie. Brightest Day. Oh, we are reading Blackest Night on the full moon, but this current read is Justice League Dark. But it does have a happy ending, so no worries, guys. So they've now currently teleported into a new dimension where Mr. Xanadu, who is immortal, is like aged. We have Orchid here, who's now transformed into this like monster creature, but we did see in that haunted house that there was like a file on her which said that she was like part of some Project Ascension. So I'm going to assume that's kind of like activated whatever those genetic mutations are and like caused them to fully express. And then Constantine, for whatever reason, can't lie. And he's like, what the heck? Freaking out about it. I don't think I can lie. Guys? What the hell is so bloody important, Deadman? Can't you see this place has changed us all? I don't care about you. I only care about my own safety. And now I feel guilty for saying that. I guess I really do care about you guys, even though I often pretend not to. I think I'm just scared you won't like me if you see what I'm really like. Oh my gosh, Constantine, like, leaving his heart on the floor there. Would you just shut up, con job? Don't you see? Look at me. I'm alive. I'm really alive. And this is Deadman, right? Who's like a dead man walking, right? But as he does this, like, I'm alive, he gets like shot in the head, which kind of sucks. Your friends took me by surprise earlier. I took them too lightly. I will not make that mistake again. You are all under arrest. Stand down or die as your companion just did. The choice is yours. Upgrade to Officer Vicar complete. And like this Xanadu looking like completely terrified. Okay, the wild area. The world of Epoch. That's the name of this world. Deadman. You killed Deadman. The living oxymoron, no? I repeat, all your lives are forfeit. I am Network Enforcer Vicar, and I order you all to stand down and surrender, or die as your companion did. Guys? Guys? What the hell just happened? Wait a minute. I remember. I was alive. I was alive again. I remember coming to this weird dimension with the others to find the missing Zatanna and Tim Hunter. Crossing over into this messed up world resurrected me. I'd forgotten what it felt like to really feel again, to breathe the air, to feel pain. But as soon as I realized what had happened to me, that bastard vicar took it all away. Now I'm just pissed off. I'm gonna kill that son of a... The afterlife is messed up here too. Different. But it doesn't take an egghead like John Peril to realize that's my way back. Almost there. I can feel the land of the dead falling away behind me. Oh, where do you think you're going, little ghost? You seek refuge from death? You seek to cross over without paying the toll? This is my path goal. I am the toll taker of the damned, the world bridger. I am the infernal core. Uh-oh. Oh, Powder, to get you up to speed, I'm reading Justice League Dark, and we basically have a dimension that Zatanna, myself, and Tim Hunter are in. So Constantine and friends, including Deadman, have gone to this other dimension to get them. Now, getting there, they've been attacked by these enforcers who basically killed Deadman, who came back alive for 2 seconds, got to be alive and got slammed with it. It kind of sucks. But if out of all of them to have that happen, Deadman's probably the only one who could come back from that, right? Okay. But being a ghost sucks. Unless I'm possessing a person, I can't touch anything. And so once in a while, a trip to the afterlife, even a messed up afterlife like this one, can be like stretching your legs after a long car ride. See, in this world, in the afterlife, I can feel. That's an interesting perspective, right? I can touch other ghostly things, and the bad news for this guy is thwash, so he can actually attack him, right? So that it, Pally? That's all you got, toll taker of the damned? Ugh. Okay. Well, maybe I need a new approach. If this guy won't let me buy him... Oh, yes, it is Deadman. He's awesome. I love him. He's, sassy and, So basically, Deadman, became alive for a little bit and then got smashed. And so now he's trying to get out of the afterlife in this dimension. Totally so underrated. Justice League Dark in general, it'd be cool if they did a live action of that. I know they're trying to do a Constantine too, but maybe they can use this for inspiration, right? It would be a way of tying Constantine to the bigger DC universe, and then introducing characters like Zatanna and Frankenstein, and I don't know how to say that name. Etragan, is that right? Etragan. I gotta add the to it. It's a thing when I try to pronounce certain names. But yeah, Deadman's cool. So he's trying to get out of the afterlife in this other dimension. And there's this Eat Reagan? E.T. Reagan. I'm not going to keep trying to pronounce it. I blame my foreign parents for mispronunciations of everything. Okay. Time for a little road trip, Punchy. What are you doing? Stop. Maybe I'll just have to take him with me. Now, villain, feel the wrath of Frankenstein, eh? Deadman? Heads up, guys. No, I am not meant for this plane. I am the one who walks between worlds. This is blasphemy. Yeah, I've heard it all before. Etragan. Oh, I like that. Etragan. Okay. It's almost like dragon, but Etragan. Okay, let's add to it. And you notice certain frequencies and how you say it, it changes the meaning of it and how it's meant to come out. Is Zatanna versus Zatanna. There's ways of having emphasis on it to, I guess, change the way it comes across. And something to consider when you're doing magic too. Okay. You dare speak of blasphemy, fire elemental? This, oh wait, did I skip something here? Oh yeah, this is blasphemy. You dare speak of blasphemy, fire element? This is epoch territory. This is a pure land of science and logic. None of you have a place here. No, pack. Now then, who's next? The wild underground. So now let's flash back to where Zatanna and Tim Hunter are. I don't understand this. Who do you think I am exactly? Your Majesty? Says Zatanna's like, who the heck is this kid? You are our king, Timothy Hunter, and this world is your birthright. Your Majesty. And then Zatanna, Your Majesty. Ooh. My name is Alcon. And this world was not always as it is now. It was once wild and free. Oh, thanks, A Potter, for the rose. Thanks for that. The boundless song of magic wrote itself upon the very earth, sky, and sea. The wild world was alive with the limitless mystery of imagination and wonder. Nymphs and fairies made whispered pacts with the silver moon, the diamond stars. Demons and chimeras slid between the mammoth trunks of elemental trees, brushed with sap and mud, laughing their way through their daily deceptions. Men lived in harmony with us in those days. We found them amusing, we creatures of the earth, sky, and sea. We revealed ourselves to them, and we made peace to our mutual benefit. Or so we imagined. And I'm going to guess something happened. For unbeknownst to us, man had machinations of his own. Without the gift of magic, they sought to gain control over our wild world. And before long, they found their own dark art. They discovered science. And this science grew like a plague. Weapons and rules gave man new power, and he sought dominion over all that he could not control or understand. Then man threw up barriers to our understanding and etched their weapon words upon them. We had no choice but to conceal ourselves, to retreat. We imagined that they would leave us alone so long as we made no further contact. But they were not satisfied. They grew faster, crueler, more efficient. They exterminated us. From millions we dwindled to thousands, from thousands to hundreds. We were scattered and terrified, and that is when he rose up. The greatest mage of ancient times, our champion, our king. And that wizard's name was the Hunter. That wizard was your ancestor, and now the royal bloodline has returned. Now our hope rests in you. And now in the wild area, flashing back to where Frankenstein, Constantine, and the rest of Justice League Dark is fighting with said dark arts science guys who want to just exterminate all magic. I have had enough of your talk, Tin Man. You hide behind armor like a bully. Why not take it off and face me like a man? Network, what sort of creature is this? Hypersound shields at 78%. Accessing threat level. Accessing standby. Ching. Deploy grav warp micromesh. Pacify and return to containment facility. Rah! Alert. Subject, and they're talking about Frankenstein here, contains no magical energy. This is a life form created by unknown science, Revised mission. Sub-priority. Detained subject for further study. Do not destroy. Oh, interesting. Because Frankenstein is not magical, right? He was created by Dr. Frankenstein. He's Frankenstein's monster. They do call him Frank here, right? But yeah, if you think about the monster movies, it's Frankenstein's monster because it's Dr. Frankenstein. There was a funny movie me and my hubby watched the other day. It was like a comedy, Young Frankenstein. It's funny. But I love like the old black and white horror films, and this is kind of an ode to like, you know, the gentle monster, like misunderstood Frankenstein. Okay, leave them alone. Target identified. Class C, elemental shambler, limited mental capacity, enormous strength potential. Neutralize and preserve. Understood. What the hell is this place, Constantine? Why is Madame Xanadu growing old? Why is Black Orchid that thing over there? And why was I alive? Poor bloke, you can't catch a break, can you, Brand? I'm sorry, mate. I feel terrible about it. Really, I do. Cut the crap, Constantine. I don't need your sarcastic BS right now. I'm not being sarcastic. I wish I could be, but I can't. So, what you're telling me, you can't lie anymore? Brand, our powers, hell, our very natures, seem to have been dramatically altered the minute we crossed over to this place. And by the looks of it, you don't have much time, my love. You must be at least 80 by now. It's as if all my years as an immortal are catching up with me and turning against me. Oh, Constantine, this place is so cruel. You're telling me, lady. Whatever, I don't have time for this. Gotta get over there and possess Captain Dayglow before he tears Orchid apart. You pissed off the wrong ghost. Phantasmic manifestation incoming. Intangible thought form remnant class E. Initiates neural override on contact. Capture for study. Activate ectoplasmic cage. Ectocage is online. Suppression in progress. Hey, what the hell? Now then, I have a few questions for you. Which one of you do I kill to get the other to talk? John! Okay, I'll be honest, love. I'm scared stiff right now. I know I'm always cool under pressure, but it's mostly an act. But don't worry, I'll think of something. I always think of something, right? Right? Wait a minute, wait. Let's talk. If I can just get you to stop and talk, I can distract you long enough for Orchid to smash you from behind. Wah, roar. Damn it, crack. Come here. Orchid. Look. Truth is, you don't seem like the sharpest knife, huh, mate? But what if I can control what I was saying? I'd be talking circles around you. You'd be shining my shoes for a chance to hear more. Right. I think I've heard just enough out of you. Stop. We surrender. I can tell you whatever you want to know, but you better ask me now. I don't think I have much time to waste. No more tricks. No more magic. You've been neutralized, and you're coming with me. And back in the wild underground, my ancestor? Well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm from Earth. I'm from London. Easy, Tim, says Zatanna. It must be some kind of trick. It is no trick, milady. And while you may want to believe that, search your hearts. You know I am only speaking truth. The hour has come. Our oracles all agree. If the tide cannot be turned, the extinction of magic is assured. We are the last of the great mages. The end is here. The second world is our key. Only on earth will we find refuge. And the hunter claims to have found a way to cross over. Speak, brother hunter, for time is short. So I guess they want to come over to our world just because magic has been has come down under such prosecution in this world, right? And like an over-reliance on just science and stuff and like coming after the fairies and, you know? Okay. It is true, I have stolen the necessary equipment from the enemy. With some adjustments, we will be able to use these to open the way. Bah, that is madness, Hunter. Surely you know we cannot resort to using the enemy's heathen science. I understand your reservation, Fairy Queen, but we have no choice. We must take shelter in the second world and gather our strength. We must raise armies, mystic armies, be they decades or centuries in the making. The hunter is right. His people have always stood as our greatest protectors. They have never led us wrong. We must trust him now. We will reclaim our wild world. Now is the time, my brothers and sisters. Open the gate. Hey, Gym Masters, how's it going? Welcome to my read as Zatanna, Justice League Dark. I'm only going till 3 a.m. today because I have some stuff to do at the magic hour, but I will continue this along because I know that we may not come to the end of it. And I want us to because there's a really cute moment between Miss Z and Constantine. So, I'll tell you when to catch the follow-up to this later. Good. Glad that you're well. Okay. They're opening a portal. You see them doing their little magic circle, summoning, and then shaboom! No! The enemy is here. Come, Hunter. We can still reach the portal. There is still yet hope. VIP. I think it means VIP, not VIP. Only the hunter escaped that day and made his way to the second world. Only one lived to hope, to bind his wounds and harness the power of his new home. The hunter concealed the 4 machines of transit within the volumes of a hidden library and enchanted them so that only his blood could unlock the books. The one oracle who remained with us told us of his passage. She told us of his exile in that gray world and of the power he would one day pass down in his blood. You wield that power, Timothy. You open those books of magic, and you will turn the tide of this war and bring us back from the brink of destruction. The hunter walks the wood. The hunter walks the wood. So he's basically a savior that his ancestors brought him to this world for him to go back and reclaim his birthright of that world in a place where like magic has been under like severe prosecution. And yeah. So across the forest, I have a confession, Xanadu. I did not read the new Zatanna #1. I should, though. I will get that, Dave. I will get it. That will be a really special Zatanna read. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. She does have title cards. But it's been such crazy snow here in Toronto, guys. I haven't been able to like go up to Silver Snail and like grab new comic books, like real flesh blood comic books. And we all know like ordering things don't always go like as planned in terms of timing, but thanks for that, Dave. Okay. Let's keep going for like another 5 minutes and we'll see where that takes us. Let's see here. I have a confession, Xanadu. See, I have a feeling you're not going to make it out of this alive. So I just wanted to say, I know that I act the right bastard most of the time, but the truth is, I always really liked you. Wow. Quit your incessant babbling, Constantine. We need to devise an exit strategy. Now. It's no use. It's too late. Do not despair, milady. Like you, I have walked across many years and seen many horrors, and I swear to you, you shall not die here in this God-forsaken place. Be quiet, all of you, or I'll remote your blasphemous tongues. Blasphemous tongues. You are in epoch now. I will not hear any more of your evil words. Network presenting 4 prisoners ready for intake. Ready to accept prisoners in Forcer Vicar. Separate them and prepare them for interrogation. Start with the old woman. Processing. Constantine, help me. Xanadu, hang tight, love. I'll think of something. Network. What's happening? Constantine, is this your doing? It is not me, Frank. And then I think we'll go across here. Network is detecting a massive seismic event. Source? Processing. The very earth itself quakes to announce your return, your majesty. The great royal line of mages is returned to us. The hour is nigh. No, it isn't right. Something is wrong. The world is crying out. The world is breaking. Network, what is the source of the event? Is it the work of my prisoners? Negative. This is not a localized event. Oh, this isn't good. Rumble. Multiple sources. Global. The event is global. Nanda Parbat. Peril, tell me this is a coincidence. Tell me your damn portal isn't the thing that's causing this right now. I wish I could, Colonel. Colonel Trevor, it's coming from the other side. Wherever they've gone, the place is shaking itself apart, and the effect is bleeding through over here. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Damn it, Peril, shut it down. Gah, bring them back. Now. I want to, but Zatanna and the others need to enter the portal on their side. If I deactivate it before they get here, they will be trapped. Just a moment. Let me get a reading here. I need to make sense of this. You didn't plan an exit strategy? The whole damn mountain is coming down around us. Not just the mountain, sir. I mean these readings. Whatever's causing this quake is doubling in strength every few minutes. If this keeps up, it'll bring down the whole continent. God forgive me, but this is an apocalypse scenario. And so we see here, I've doomed us all. Well, that's scary looking. None of this should be happening. I am Madame Xanadu. I see the future, and yet I have not seen this. Along with Constantine, Deadman, Black Orchid, and Frankenstein, we came to this alien world looking for our lost allies, Zatanna and the boy wizard, Timothy Hunter. But the journey across unseen dimensions to this place, called Epoch, it changed us. Hey, Voice of One, how's it going? I am immortal, and yet I find myself wasting away, aging rapidly. Constantine can no longer tell lies. Deadman was alive again, and poor Black Orchid has become a flesh thing. And now, while the skies themselves are ripping apart at the seams, the helpless scientists of Epoch are arraying themselves for war. Did they cause this rift? Did we? Is there any possible way for us to survive? Oh, good. Actually, this is a good time for me to kind of close this read because we are on part 3, and I think the next time I bring back Zatanna be later on this week, and then we can conclude this comic book read of The Death of Magic. I was a little bit off schedule because my father-in-law's dog Moochie, he passed on Friday evening in my hubby's arms, and it was a really hard time. It's always hard when you lose a family member who's like, they're more than, I don't like the word pets, they're companions, they're friends. And so I'm doing a special dance class actually also on Friday to Mariah Carey's Always Be My Baby. And I hope, oh, thank you, Voice of One. I know, it was one of those things that reminded me of, I was reading an article about how vets say that when owners bring their pets in to be put to sleep, in their last moments, the pets are like seeking their person, their loved ones to like help them in that transition. And so when Mooch passed, I was there. I was like, it was, you could feel his spirit like transcend to the next realm. The song "We Are All Made of Love" was playing on a live set of A State of Trance, and so it was really hard and awful. We had to go to the vet, and he's going to have a cremation. We're going to have a ceremony for him later. But this whole idea of, he was 18, 19 years old. So he was an old doggy, and we thought we were going to lose him last year, but he ended up being a miracle and stayed with us a whole other year after a surgery that he was never supposed to happen. So miracles come in all shapes and sizes, but there's also like a level of like when certain beings are called to the next stage of existence, and this can happen in many different forms, many different ways. And I think Mooch's lesson to me before leaving this dimension was about being gentle, having patience, putting others' needs first, right? Like, you know, like throwing out your back, you know, like hold them up and all that kind of stuff. Like, but this world needs a bit more gentleness and kindness and patience, in whatever form that you're able to give it. And so I decided to do a Justice League Dark reading just because, you know, when it comes to things like, oh, Demo, I'm so sorry to hear. I was in that position a couple years ago. I also do have an aspect in my astrology, which is I do deal with a lot of death. I've gone to like more funerals than I think a lot of people have by the time they've hit 40. Like, my friend Cody died when I was 16, drunk driving accident in 2001, and I had a friend of mine jump off a building when he was about 19. So it was those two were like really traumatic for me, and also I just tell people, you know, if you need someone to talk to, if you need anyone to like I volunteer for like Kids Help Phone, and I always had like this calling in myself to just help people realize that like you are so special. You know, if you feel like hopeless and or any of that, and you know if they're of age and it's like this, it's a transition, right? Death is just another door, right? There is no end. It's a cycle. There is no life without death. There is no darkness without light. There is both, and it's about like returning to the all, right? The drop returning to the ocean, and it's us who grieve, right? It's us who have to be able to have the courage to withstand the grief and the pain and the hurt of all of it because you love them, right? And that's just the way it goes. And yeah. Okay, guys, I thank you guys for joining me for this late night read. I do have my schedule. Oh my gosh, my dropping everything. What the heck? We did a lot of like reorganizing today, and that includes like reorganizing like scheduling stuff and all that good stuff. So I do have something called the Quantum Play Crew. I have a Discord server that I'm going to be sharing with you guys very soon. I hope that the Discord server will be a way of organizing the RPG game that I'm going to introduce you guys a little bit more to tomorrow. Voice of One, I have a Google Doc with some of the rules, and I do have a D20 die. I got like all my to go with my other dice. So maybe tomorrow we can do a little bit of a fun astro conversation in the day about the cosmic game of life, which is kind of magical in nature too. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us for the read. I will have the next read. I'm going to try to do the late night reads every other night. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I can't do late nights like till 3 a.m. constantly. So the Tuesday, Thursday days will be like earlier days. But the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays will be when you can get the late nights. Oh yes, thanks, Dino. And I wish you courage in assisting those that you care about in transitioning. It's never easy. You're never ready. I hate goodbyes, right? And I've definitely been one of those people who like I hold on to like beautiful memories, like so that I can always revisit them, right? And I welcome all of you to also realize how precious life is, and not in any kind of morbid way. Just be aware that like it could all end just tomorrow, right? And so like make every day count. Tell everyone that you love them, and like do all the things that you really want to do, because at the end of the day, the universe is counting on you to be exactly you and do all those things, because no one else is going to do it. Like that role is specifically uniquely yours to play. And I do think that in comic books, in music, in art, we're able to find these like nuggets of truth, these breadcrumbs left for us from some ancient future time as to the very special role and place you have in the cosmos. So I hope you enjoyed this read, guys. So fun hanging out as Mistress Z, Zatanna, Mistress of Magic, reminding you that you are made of magic and that the universe is counting on exactly you, and not to worry because I've got your back. Until next time, friends. Oh, Ringo, sorry, you just missed me. I'm just ending. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be a bit earlier, probably more like 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll do some Astro and some RPG, D20 stuff. And I think I'm planning on doing readings for every sign. We'll see how it goes. Okay. All right, guys. Lots of love. Have a great night. Sweet dreams.